What's happening, Achievers? Ajit Sidhu here from Invincible Achievers. Why do we find it so tough to connect with other people? Well, with social media and technology advancements over the years, we have become a society of people that can't get rid of phones. The phones are attached to our hands. Even when we're sitting amongst our own family members around a dinner table, we have our phones next to us and we're clicking away, talking to people whilst there's people in front of us. And we do not communicate with them, or we're communicating to them through the phone whilst someone else is speaking. So we're trying to have 2 or 3 conversations at once. How can we build a connection when we're doing this? What we used to do before the technology time is actually speak to someone without distraction. That's the reason why that's why we go to a coffee shop where we sit down but we still have our phone with us. In the olden days, they used to go out for a meal without the phones. There was no phones in those days. This is where we need to start thinking on how we can build connections. I know this is a time of technology, so I'll bring technology into play. Let's talk about Facebook. Now, Facebook, the way they get your interest, the way they grab hold of you, almost become your friend. They know what your interests are. The reason why they know what your interests are is every time you are scrolling and you stop, they take that data. Every time you click, that's an engagement. They take that data. But not only that, anyone who's got a shop or a business, they put their pixels on their website. So when you are surfing around the internet, looking at dresses to buy or clothes to purchase or anything you're looking at, they will know. Facebook knows that you've actually visited that site, because as you enter that website technology, a pixel is like a tracking device that's attached to you. So when you actually leave that website and you go cruising around the internet site, all of a sudden, the thing that you were looking at, maybe it could be yesterday or the day before, pops up in the corner and you're like, wow, how did they know that I was looking at that? Maybe I should go buy it because it's fate. Fate, the gods have sent it down to me to say that I must purchase this, Prada bag. No, it's not. It's Facebook. Facebook knows that you have actually gone onto a site and you're interested in that site. So when you are actually interested in that site, they've got a tracking beacon, which is called a cookie. So cookies are on you, pixels have been splattered on you, and they know where you are traveling through the internet. Creepy? Yes. But for marketers, it's the best, because all of a sudden when it pops up, you click on it and now you've gone to purchase. Once you've gone to purchase, you've become their customer. But not only that, Facebook figures it out. Facebook has got this tracking device saying that you've actually purchased there. So now you're not someone who just likes pages. You're not someone who engages. You are a person that converts. So I'm going to put you in the category of conversions. So when someone like myself is going to be targeting you to become your friend, then I will be able to convert you if I'm selling you a product, that is. I'm not that creepy that goes around advertising for friends. Now, bring it back to reality. This is the exact same thing. Facebook has been built on human behaviors. What do we do when we are speaking to people? No, let me rephrase that. What did we used to do when we used to talk to people? What we used to do was sit down, ask a question, let them speak. We actively listen and we respond through mirroring. Body language mirroring, and also repeating what they say. So if we are doing that, we're engaging our friend into further conversations. As we're engaging their conversation and they're saying much more, we find out their interests. They start telling you, oh yeah, I went to this shop and I was looking at helicopters, and from there I was looking at how helicopters fly. Oh, you're interested in helicopters, are you? Yeah, I'm taking lessons in flying helicopters. Oh wow, that's really cool. Me too. Now you've got a connection. But you're only able to do that by being a detective. But now you figured out that this person likes helicopters. It's like my son, my eldest son, he used to love Hot Wheels. And so I used to go and purchase Hot Wheels for him all the time. We built a bond, a connection. But through these Hot Wheels, I was able to teach him so much. But that was his interest. I knew his interest, but his interest changed. His changed to Pokemon. And now, the eldest son, he likes Pokemon. So we do everything that's Pokemon related. But we're able to keep that connection, that bond. How that bond breaks is when we have no interest and we say, it's our interest, people should follow us. People should follow us. Exactly the same as in online. We look at it and say, people should follow us. People should follow us. Who do you follow? Who do you go to look around? Who do you actually go to interact with? Same scenario. Facebook is built upon human behaviors, the way we are. However, this is not about the technology conversation. This is about bringing it back to reality. When we speak to someone, we shouldn't have a phone with us. When we're actually engaging with someone and talking to someone, we should put our phone in our pocket on silent or vibrate. The one pet peeve I have is when I'm speaking to someone and I'm spending my time with someone and their phone rings and they say, oh, hold on for a second. Hello, how are you? All of a sudden, I think, wow, my time is not valuable. That person's time is so much more valuable. I'm out of here. Disconnection. Same thing when it comes to with your children. When you're speaking to your children and the children are talking about Pokemon or they're talking about the teddies and we say, oh yeah, but listen, what about all of this? And what about playing with Lego? Let's play with Lego. I like Legos. Or I actually like Superman figures, figures. So I say, oh, let's play with a Superman figure and let's play with action figures. And they're like, no, we like cars and we like Pokemons. Disengagement if I carry on that path. So I got to put my Superman figure down and I got to play with their Pokemons and their teddy bears to connect with them so I can continue to find out what interests them. And I got to follow their play and follow their laughter. That's the same thing. It's the same thing when it comes to relationship with your partner. When your partner comes back from work and they've had a rough day at work, they sit down, they want to speak to you. And this is mainly this scenario. I mean, it can be both ways, but it's mainly the female partner comes and sits down and the male partner is usually watching the TV and he looks over and he says, everything all right, love? And then the wife says, yeah, but I just had a weird day. And you're like, the guy's like, oh, cool, and carries on watching. Now, the man did not realize that the wife needs the attention because he was too focused on his own interests. Now, when a wife says, oh, I had a weird day, that's an opening. That's like, I've opened the doors, come on in. I need my time. So that's where the TV has to be put on pause. Nowadays, we don't even have to switch it off. You pause it, face your partner, and find out. Start becoming a detective. What happened? And they start talking. Once they start talking, you interact. Oh, wow, really? She said that? Wow, that's terrible. And what did you say? You said this, and repeat back. Mirror, body language, connection. All of a sudden, you're a superhero. This is the same opposite way for females as well. Men need the same. Men sometimes withdraw, and the wife says, oh, talk. However, if they've withdrawn, let them withdraw, and you mirror. Don't withdraw and say, oh, I'm not going to speak to you. Just bide your time. Then the man comes up and says, oh, gosh. And the man's very open. He'll say it straight as it is. And that's where the female can start thinking, okay, now I need to listen to him, active listening. It doesn't work out if your partner is saying, oh, that lady, my colleague friend, she did this. And then the man says, well, maybe you should think about it on her side. The wife thinks that you fancy the friend immediately. And you're in the doghouse. Active listening, mirroring, finding out the interests, and actually being interested. But if you are actually doing this and the phone rings or your technology, your eyes are still on the TV, destroyed. Same thing with the children. Same thing, because we are big children. We used to be children. However, children don't have the layers and layers of onions, the onion skin that we've actually put on top of us. Children are easier because they're right to the core. You can actually see them. They say it as it is. We cover it up completely. So something that we need to think about when it comes to connecting with people. Facebook do it amazingly well. They know your interests. They follow you around. They throw pixels on you so they can engage you more. They keep you there. Even Google and all the big giants do this now. We have to remember that they have copied us. We do not want to fall in their whirlpool and be sucked in. We need to know when to disengage. We need to be able to put the technology down and speak to human beings that are around us rather than all the humans around the world and ignore the people that are around us. Guys, keep adding value to people's lives. Keep spreading the love. And just remember, we're one idea away from changing the future. Take care. Bye.